Hey everybody, it's Erica over at The Broken Spine. Welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. So happy Tuesday, and I hope everyone is doing well. I finished my last class last week and super excited about that. I have 2 more classes to go, and one starts, what's today, Tuesday? Oh, it starts tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I thought I had another week. Yeah, it starts tomorrow. And then my final class will be, what is this? May, June, July, starts in July. So I will be done. I will be done. I am so excited. So I like to start off each video with a question of the day, and today's question is, what job would you be absolutely terrible at? Horticulture. I do not have a green thumb at all. I have killed more plants than in plants that are pretty hardy. Like you have to really do some damage to in order to kill them, and that would be me, y'all. So horticulture is not for me. In the comment section below, tell me what job would you be absolutely terrible at. Today is Tuesday, and this is going to be a top 10 Tuesday. I've been trying to do these on a consistent basis, but alas, I have consistently failed, so there's some consistency there. Today's Top 10 Tuesday is all about confessions. Forgive me, BookTube, for I have sinned. Please forgive me for all of my transgressions. Amen. Let's get into it. I have 10 transgressions, sins, flaws, whatever you want to call them. The first one that I have is I am absolute trash at reading series. I start them and then I never finish them. I think I have, at the moment, 3 series that I stopped on the first book. So, and this is one I've had for a while now. When I say for a while, I mean years, and I haven't finished it at all. And it's not that I didn't enjoy it or I wasn't enjoying it. I just never went back. I just never picked up the second book. And I have the second book, and in some instances, I have the complete series and haven't finished it. The second one that I have, I don't know that it's really, I don't think it's a sin. It's just more of a personal preference. Even though my username is The Broken Spine, I absolutely hate cracking spines of my books. It bothers me. And then when I remember one time in college, and this is when I realized that this was a kind of a problem. One of my classmates was opening her book, her brand new textbook, and she was like, "Oh, it won't lay flat," and she just cracked the spine, I wept for the book. I was so deeply disturbed by that sound, and I was like, "No, that's not what you're supposed to do," and I just can't. I cannot bring myself to crack the spine of a book. And the sound of it, for me, is like nails on a chalkboard kind of sound. The grinding of teeth, oh my gosh, it's such a grating sound to me. Maybe I need therapy. I probably do. Anyway. So the third one that I have is that I am pretty sure that my TBR will outlive me. I have on my TBR, as it stands right now, I'm in the triple digits with that. Last time I counted, it was well over 200. I think maybe less than 300, but still, it's and I keep buying more damn books, y'all. So, oh my gosh, I need to stop. I mean, I'm not going to put myself on a book buying ban because I think that is just absolutely absolutely ridiculous for me. It just makes me want to go out and buy books, and then when I do, I kind of overbuy. So I'm not going to do that. I have curbed my buying this year, which I'm quite proud of. The only thing that I've really bought book wise was for class, but I haven't really bought a whole lot of books this year. And the fourth one is I can't read more than one book at a time successfully. I have tried this reading multiple books. I did it in undergrad because like I was a lit major. I did it in undergrad because I had to. Even now, like when I try to read multiple books, it's not a matter of keeping the plots separated or the characters separated because that's not the issue. It's just that if I have multiple books going, there's a very good chance that I'm not going to finish one or more of them. So I appreciate people saying, oh, read one fiction, read one nonfiction, read a fantasy, read a mystery. I've tried it and it does not, it still doesn't work for me. I have more unfinished books that I've may have gotten halfway through or may not even made it halfway through, and they're just kind of like sitting there. So I should make that a project. Let's move on. Number 5. I hate, loathe, deplore the love triangle trope. Sorry, guys. I don't like it. But then again, I don't like romance in my books either. Especially, and I'm not a romance reader, which is a genre that I would like to get into. But if it's not specifically in the romance genre, I I don't like it. I don't like it one little bit. Not one little bit. So, yeah, I am anti-romance in a non-romance book. There you have it. Number 6. I'm seriously thinking maybe I do need some therapy here, y'all. As I'm talking through this. So number 6. I don't review every book I read, which I do plan to correct fairly soon. I like to write out my reviews. And when I say write out, I don't mean type them on the computer. I mean write them out by hand. I'm old school like that. As I'm writing my reviews down, sometimes things get sparked, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I didn't like that, or I liked that, or like a random quote will come up into my head when I am physically writing. So number 7, I haven't paid full price for a book in years. I don't know what that means. Working at a bookstore, that's a perk of working at a bookstore, that I get an employee discount, uh, which is great because constantly buying books. And it's also good for me because we get to check out books, and this is another reason why I haven't been buying a lot of books. Because at my job, we are able to check out hardback books for 2 weeks, read them, and of course bring them back. Either bring them back or we can buy them if we want. So I've read a lot of books that way, and that's maybe part of the reason why I haven't done a lot of reviews, because I do annotate in my books, and since I've got to take it back to work, unless I plan on buying it, I don't write in it. I might put a sticky note here or there, but that's it. And And even when I do take notes on paper, when I write a review, I typically like to go back to the text to see if I still, particularly if I still feel the same way about something. Number 8, I often read the last paragraph before I read the book. I also, sometimes when I'm in the bookstore, I will I will just open up to a random page and just read that random page and see, like, oh, see if it sparked any interest. And if that random page didn't do it, and if the last paragraph didn't do it, then I typically don't buy the book. Number 9, I'm just going to say this. I have a shit ton of ARCs. Granted, the majority of them have come from work. I didn't get them from the publisher or the author, from Goodreads or NetGalley. They came from work. I have a ton of them that I have not read, and some of them I have absolutely no interest in reading now, but at the time I did, but not so much anymore. And the last one, number 10, I love reading challenges and readathons, but I suck at them. I suck at completing them, big time. So, example, right now, Asian Readathon is going on, which is hosted by Cindy over at Reads with Cindy. And I said I was going to read, I think, 5 books. I think. Interpreter of Maladies, Refugees, The City of Brass, Severance, The Kite Runner, and A Person of Interest. 6 books. I said I was going to read 6 books. And I have yet to complete one. Well, 2 weeks was the end of my class. So that was preparing for a final project, doing a final project, and final exam. So that was 2 weeks. So technically, the first 2 weeks of May were dealing with schoolwork. So, and now the last half of the month will also be dealing with schoolwork. But hopefully I'll be able to get something read. Wow, that's it. That's absolutely it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you click subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and hit the bell to be notified of new content. I'll see you guys later.